Hello everyone, welcome to class today. We are going to do a 20-minute slow flow class. We will be using the mat primarily, but if you'd like to join us in a chair, you are more than welcome. I'll always give you options for whatever makes you feel most comfortable today. So if you are going to use a mat, go ahead and find your way down. If you're using a chair, have a seat. As always, we'll get started with some breath, kind of centering, just to help us get prepared for this next 20 minutes or so. Find your most comfortable position. That can look like mine. You can add something underneath you, so maybe a blanket, or if you have a yoga block, you can use those too. Pillow maybe, even a meditation pillow. Whatever you've got available and feels good as support. You can cross your legs, you can bring one leg out, you can bring both legs out. It's really up to you. Hands can rest maybe on the thighs or on the knees. Let's squeeze the shoulders up. Just hold for a minute and then exhale, let it go. Let's do it again. Bring it up and squeeze and then let it go. One more time. And let it go. Great. We'll start with a little bit of dry brushing. So this is really good just to kind of wake the body up, kind of find that presence again in our physical body, which we can sometimes maybe disconnect from, especially if we're super busy or we've got a lot of tasks to do. Sometimes we push through those physical sensations that our body is sending us. So we'll start with a little bit of connection and then we'll do some breath and get into our practice. So the great thing about dry brushing is you can really do it anytime, anywhere. You can do something very simple and gentle as rubbing your hands together. So we'll start with that. Good. Just creating a little bit of heat and warmth in the hands. And then whether or not it's comfortable for you to reach to your foot or your lower leg, we can start there and just gentle rubbing. And you kind of slowly work your way up. So we spend some time around the knee and up to the thigh and maybe a little outer hip area. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Take those hands as far down the leg as you'd like and slowly work them up. Good, outer hip does lots of good work for us. And then we'll bring the hands back again together, give them a little rub. And let's do the arms. So start with the hands and the joints and the fingers. Sometimes they can get tired too, especially if you do a lot of typing or working with your hands during the day. Wrists, and work your way up your arm. Make sure you do front and back, inside and outside. Up to that shoulder, give that shoulder a nice good rub. And maybe even the front of the chest on that side. Let's try the other side. Again, start with the fingers, palm, top of the hand, wrist, and slowly start to work up the arm. This is really great for circulation. It's really great for your lymphatic system. Good. And again, maybe you take a little rub there on the chest in front of the shoulder. Good. Hands come back together again. Give them a little rub. This time we're going to go onto the back. So whatever feels better for your upper body, you can take one hand back and kind of do one side at a time. Or if it feels okay, you can take both hands back, kind of give that low back a massage, maybe even down to the glutes a little bit. All those muscles work hard for us during the day. So let's give them some love. And you can even move to the sides. And if you want, you can give the belly a little love, even the chest. Good. And then shake those hands out. We're going to do one more option if you choose. So it's going to include covering the eyes. And if that doesn't feel good for you today, you can just rub the palms together. So we'll start with rubbing those palms together. And once you have some warmth there in the hands, you can take the palms and gently rest them over the eyes. So we're not pressing, we're kind of making a little cup with our hands and cupping over the eyes. Again, if that doesn't feel good for you, maybe you just bring those palms together in front of the heart in that prayer shape. And take 2 more breaths wherever you are. So this cupping of the hands over the eyes is great, especially if you do a lot of computer work during the day. Nice to help with any eye strain, especially from screens. And bring the hands back again into prayer in front of the heart. You can keep the hands here. If it feels more comfortable, you can always bring the hands down to the legs. But we'll take a few breaths of just awareness. So you've done some really great work to wake up the body already. Bring the body into this present moment. Start to let go of tension. So maybe just noticing the energy of the body. Maybe you feel some areas that feel a little more alive and awake, maybe a little more relaxed. And you also might have become aware of some areas that want a little more attention. Maybe they're feeling tired or tense and they want some more movement or rubbing. And if you notice those spaces, feel free to take this opportunity to give some extra love to those areas. And then let the hands rest down. Roll the shoulders up and back. Good, again. Again. Nice. Take the fingertips out to the sides. Chin can come down towards the chest, and we'll just start with a little bit of movement side to side. Getting into that neck and shoulder space. Sometimes when we do a lot of that rubbing, our neck and shoulders might get a little tired, so we'll just work it out for a moment. And then bring it back to center, head rises, hands rest on the legs. Close the eyes if you choose. Let's connect into the breath now. Maybe you start out by taking a little fuller breaths. Maybe just start out by noticing where the breath moves in the body. Always remembering that this is your practice, your time. And you are the one that gets to make the choices today about the ways you move, about what you move. I'm just giving you ideas. Five more full breaths. If it feels good, you can even expand those inhales and exhales a little bit more, kind of feeling the belly fill up, the chest fill up. And exhale, letting all the breath out. Maybe even hug the belly button back towards the spine a bit, really releasing that exhale so you have even more space for your next breath in, even more space to bring in extra oxygen. Good. And then if the eyes are closed, slowly blink the eyes, gently opening them, coming back to this space. Very good. All right, let's add some movement now. As I said in the beginning, this is a gentle flow class, so really take your time. I might suggest to pair breath and movement together, but know that you can go at your own pace. We'll start with a little bit of rock front to back, so hands can come to the thighs if you choose, and we're just gonna rock pelvis. So our pelvis is the main mover here. We're thinking about tilting the pelvis forward and then tilting back, okay? If you feel like you're restricted in that movement, make the movement smaller and try to resist the urge to round and lean back here. We want more of that movement coming from the tilt of the pelvis, almost like you've got a big ruler from the back of the head to the base of the spine, and we're trying to keep that all in one long line. All right, let's keep it going a couple more times, forward and back, finding that movement in the pelvis. So good for hip health, back health. Good. One more time. Great. And then we're going to add a little more to that tilting. So now we're going to go side to side, side to side. So now we start to get into the low back a little bit more, into the side of the waist. Good. Few more. Side to side. Good. So whether you're in a chair or sitting on the mat, the movement is exactly the same here. We're just taking that little sway, side to side. Very nice. And you can keep your hands on your thighs here, or if you're on the mat, you can maybe walk your fingertips out in front and keep that going. So it just adds some more to your stretch here for low back and hips. And we're going to go to the side. So hands can either walk over to that right thigh and kind of take a little bit of lean. If it feels okay, you can even reach those left fingertips far and away. But as you reach those left fingertips away, imagine that left sits bone is anchoring back into your mat or to your chair. So reach, reach, reach. Good. Let's bring the hands back, walk it back to center. So hands again can walk on the mat, they can stay on the thigh, and let's reach that right hand away. So we're going to do that same movement on this side. Hand reaches away and that hip anchors down, pressing down towards the mat or the chair. One more breath here in this reach. Good. Bring it back to center. Hands use to come all the way back up. All right, roll the shoulders up and back. Nice. We are going to add some more to that movement. Let's get a little bit of a twist here before we combine the two together. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So right hand can come down by the side. Left hand can come onto that left leg, or if it feels okay, you can cross it over. I kind of like to start slow. Slowly warm up through that twist. Always thinking about staying tall in the spine. We want to keep that length. So important for our spine health. Inhale, hands are going to rise again, and let's go to the other side. So take the left hand down, right hand to that right thigh, and start to twist, starting from the belly and slowly twisting upward. Don't forget that lovely breath. Good. We're going to do one more each side. As you twist to the right, if you want to go a little bit deeper, maybe crossing that hand over to that right thigh, you can. Always keeping long. So it's more about length in the spine than it is about how far we can twist. And then bring it back to center. Let's go to the left. Again, you get to choose how far you go. Always being a good listener to the body. One more breath. And unwind. Okay, so we're going to combine that reach and twist together. Taking that little rock forward and then walking the hands over to that right side. So hands can stay on the right thigh, or fingertips can come to the mat or the floor if you're down off a chair. We're going to reach those left fingertips away, and then we're going to swoop that left arm up and twist it over. Okay? And then we're going to reach it up and twist it back. Reach, 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 reach. Good. We're going to do that a few more times. Up and over. If that full reach doesn't work for the shoulder, feel free to take it down some. So maybe this sweeping motion feels a little bit better. Maybe just not reaching up as high works better for the shoulder. Let's do it one more time. Your choice. And then bring it back to that reach. Reach, reach, reach. And back to center. Good. Shoulders roll up and back. Awesome. Let's try the other side. Take that little lean forward. Walk those hands over to the left. Nice full breath in and reach those right fingertips away. Good. Now as you inhale, right hand is going to reach up and twist it up and back. And then we'll reach it up and reach it away. Good. Again, maybe you choose that sweep instead if that feels better for your shoulder. Whatever works. Play around. Find what feels best for your body today. Good. Use your breath however you choose. And again, one more time. And we're gonna reach and pause in that reach, 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 reach. Feel that belly hug in. This is also great for those core stabilizers. And bring it back to center. Shoulders roll up and back. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna come to stand. And if you're on, we're gonna do a little transition in between though. So if you're on the mat, come into your tabletop shape, hands and knees on the mat. If you're on a chair, go ahead and come to stand and just put the palms on the seat of the chair, kind of making a tabletop shape. So the back is somewhat flat towards the ceiling. Let's get a little movement here. Go ahead and just rock the hips side to side. We've been seated for some time now, so we'll get some movement for that outer hip, glute space. And maybe you rock a little front to back, getting to ankles and knees. Yeah, good. Wonderful. One more time, front to back. Good. Bring it to center. We'll do some cat and cow shapes. So as you exhale, round the spine, press those hands down, press the feet down, round the back. On the inhale, belly is going to drop a little bit. Take a little look forward, shoulders slide back towards the hips. Let's do one more time. Exhale, round. And inhale. Good. Bring it back to center. If you're on the mat, tuck the toes, find your downward facing dog. If you're in your chair, you can kind of walk your feet back away from your chair, stretching those arms long, getting that nice big stretch around the back and the shoulders, the underarms. And we'll all come to meet in standing, however you want to get there. Good. Once you find your way up, just take a couple breaths. We'll get a little bit of rock side to side. We've been seated, as I said, for a little bit, so kind of move around, maybe shake those arms, just kind of a natural shift and move, whatever feels stable, whatever feels good. Great. If you've got a chair, you're more than welcome to use it for balance. We are going to let's start out by taking the left foot forward, right foot takes a step back. Okay, so if you've got your chair, you can either have it sitting here by the side, by this side for some extra balance. You can always use a wall as well. You can even have the chair out in front. We're going to get some movement in through this knee. So we're just going to bend and straighten. Yep. And you can choose to go really low, maybe tucking that back toe under and go down far and straighten. Always up to you, how you're feeling today. A couple more times. Nice. One more. Good. Take that weight forward into the left foot. Again, use your chair, your wall, whatever you've got nearby for some balance if you'd like. Weight shifts into that left foot. Right toes can stay where they are. Or if you want, maybe we're going to lift and lower. A couple times for lift and lower. Just waking up those glute muscles, getting some extension of the hip. That just means moving that foot backwards. One more. Good. Let's take that wide stance again. Bring that left foot forward to meet the right. Give it a good little shake. We'll try the other side. Now, right foot goes back. Again, you kind of choose your option. We'll bend and straighten. Couple times. Yep. Good. And then bring the weight forward into the right foot. Use your wall, use your chair. Lift up that left foot a couple times. 3 more to go. Keep that belly hugging in. 1 more. Good. Bring both feet to meet. Shake it out. Okay, we're going to add a twist in here. Left foot forward, right foot back. And bring the hands either to the chair or to the thigh. I'm going to add a bit of a twist. So you're going to keep the left hand either on the chair or the thigh. Right arm sweeps out and open. And maybe you follow the gaze. That's definitely going to challenge balance for sure. And then sweep that arm in front. Sweep it out to the side. Yeah, good. And in front. Again, out to the side. Keep that belly strong and in front. This time we're going to sweep that arm up and over if it feels okay. Good. And then bring it down. One more time. Up and over and around and all the way down. Good. Let's switch. Right foot in front, left foot back. Great. Find that stability. Use your chair, use your wall. This time the left hand sweeps out. Open up through that chest, shoulder space. Good. Let's do that a few more times. Out and open and back. Again. Yep. Good. One more time. Nice. Now we're going to make that full circle. Up and down and forward. One more time around. Up and down and around. Good. Bring everything back to center. We're going to keep the feet wide. Chair can always come out in front, or you can face your chair. Hands can come to the hips, lift up really, really tall, press through the heels, top of the head, slowly tilt forward. Hands can come down to the thighs. Chair, if you've got some yoga blocks, you can use those too. Hands can slide down the legs. We're going to get that nice stretch for the whole back body. It's called the posterior chain, from the backs of the ankles all the way backs to the legs, over the back, through the neck. Head can even shake a little bit, really letting go of any tension there in the neck space. One more breath. Great. Hands come to the thighs. Give the knees a bend. Press into those heels. Use those hands. Slowly lift up. Nice long spine. As you come up, roll the shoulders up and back. Great work, everybody. Okay, we're going to find our way back to our seat. So if you choose to go into a chair, find your way there. If you're coming to the mat, come on down. Good. And if you're on your mat, you can lay all the way down if that feels better for your shavasana or your time of rest and relaxation here. If you're in your chair, really take a lean back. Maybe spread those feet a little wider, soften the shoulders. Close the eyes if you want. Let that ha breath out, soften around jaw and neck. Great. You've done such great work for your body today. You've taken time for that physical presence, creating energy, moving some of that energy in the body, releasing tension, building strength. You've done such a great job. Staying here as long as you'd like. Thanking yourself for taking time out for you, for your body, for your mind, for your soul. Thank you for practicing with me today.